I've already analyzed the art of Sanji vs Mr. 2 on my second channel, so check that out after this. Here, I'll be analyzing the writing of the fight. Let's see if the writing holds up to the art. You know I write with a scalpel because my penmanship is surgical. The fight starts in chapter 183. Both kick and they're evenly matched. The fight picks back up in 187 and time has passed. They're still evenly matched, but they've done a lot of damage to each other. The two start bringing out different moves, but the tides don't change. Mr. 2 finally starts using his devil fruit powers. He tries to create a funny face, but it doesn't work on Sanji, and that leads to a free hit. Then he tries to turn into Sanji's friends, believing that he wouldn't be able to attack someone that looked like his friend. He turns it to Usopp, but this lands another free hit. After almost giving up, he turns it to Nami and realizes that she's Sanji's weakness. In 188, more time has passed and Mr. 2 is dominating the fight because Sanji's sucker tendencies stop him from harming women. Mr. 2 keeps landing hits by distracting Sanji by turning into Nami and then kicking the crap out of him. This isn't said yet, but every panel where Bon Clay kicks, he turns back into himself. After taking more hits, Sanji realizes this weakness and counters Mr. 2. Mr. 2 abandons his Nami strategy and starts using the swans to extend his range. This gives Mr. 2 the advantage until Sanji realizes a trade-off. Longer range equals slower recovery, so all he has to do is dodge one attack and counter. He dodges and prepares to attack, but Mr. 2 counters by turning into Nami again before he can strike him. Then Sanji counters by saying Mr. 2 has something on his left cheek, which leads to Mr. 2 touching his face with his left hand, deactivating his power, and allowing Sanji to kick him. This was an epic chain of tactics. In 189, Sanji turns this opening into a combo, but Mr. 2 is able to interrupt it, leading to an even exchange of blows. The two go for one last attack. Sanji's delayed attack, faux shot, lands and ends the battle. There are only two problems I have with this fight, and they happen in this chapter. 1. Mr. 2 still has his swans on, so how are Sanji and him on even footing? 2. Sanji's faux shot comes out of nowhere and his logic makes no sense. It's a cool move, but why did faux shot beat Bombardier Arabesque? It's not explained. As you can see, 90% of the fight makes sense, and the last 10% I can let slide because the rest was so good and it was cool. Both fighters find weaknesses in the opponent and take advantage of them to get the edge. None of the weaknesses except Mr. 2's recovery towards the end are just written out. Sanji can never kick Nami. Mr. 2 never learns how to attack while appearing as someone else. Unlike the other One Piece fights I've analyzed, I'm never questioning why a character is using their current tactic. It always makes sense. The fight even gets very clever at the end of 188. This is a great fight and probably one of the best in One Piece. Don't forget to check out my art analysis of the fight on my side channel. Thank you for watching. Please like, comment, share, subscribe, and help me revolutionize the manga industry by buying my manga and spreading the word. All important links will be in the description.